Hi everybody, I'm Rob Booker, and I've taken over the Stocks to Trade channel for the day. I'm just kidding, I really didn't. Tim would never let me do that. Tim, but I do have an important question for you, and I need to play the role as interviewer on this question. So we're both day traders, have a lot of experience with that, years of experience, but the fact of the matter is, it's not convenient for everybody. In fact, I would say, it's probably not convenient for most traders.
Yeah.
What do you say to those people? And what do you think about swing trading? I don't know if I've ever even heard you state an opinion about what you think about swing trading. What is it? What do you think about it?
So I'm a huge fan of swing trading. Just kind of to get some parameters out. You know, I know most of you are new traders, new to the channel. So when we talk about day trading, okay, the idea is that you're in and out of the stock that same day. Sometimes hours, sometimes minutes, sometimes seconds, okay? And that's awesome if you can be like sit there at the computer 12 hours a day like Rob and I do, okay? Because you can watch your positions, you can manage your positions, you don't end up, you know, magnifying a loss simply because you're in the bathroom, okay? Now, it's a great thing because when you're talking day trading, these are stocks that move 20, 30, 300,000%. A few weeks ago, AHI went up 1,000% before like 11 a.m., okay? That's great, but it also pulled back like 80% 2 hours later. So it's very difficult to time these things. Now, what's great about swing trading, I always think of a Venn diagram. And the Venn diagram is volatility and safety. And what that intersection is swing trading. So we try and target these stocks that still have big moves, but don't, it's not 200 up, 80 down. Okay.
Yeah.
So the goal is you can make day trade like gains in a few days or weeks and not have to be, or you maybe just unable to be sit there at that computer all day long.
So a friend of mine, Jay, and I don't know if we'll have a quote, but I've got a quote from him. He just wrote me 2 days ago, and he said he's a dentist.
Yep.
I hope he's a dentist. Now I don't remember. Now
Listen, I don't want my day. Listen,
like, I'm not a dentist.
I don't want my dentist day trading.
So
if he's like drilling in my teeth and his positions are binging on it, it's like
right. But he started with $1,500. So day trading's not going to be. He's not going to be able to take a trade every day with $1,500. So he started with swing trading. He took the methods that he's learned from both of us in the daily income trader system. See other video linked up here, wherever, whatever. He took those principles and he buys stocks 1 to 3 times a week, and he holds them for a few days at a time. He's over the PDT now.
Jeez, from $1,500.
Yeah, and
nice.
so obviously,
remember the PDT is 25,000.
Yeah,
so he's gone from 15 to over 25,000.
and that's swing trading. So there's this myth, I think. Oh, I got to day trade if I'm going to build up my account. I think actually sometimes it's the opposite for some people.
Because especially when you're new, like I'm sure I know it's been over 20 years, 17 years for me. It's like when you're new, it's very, very difficult to stick to that plan and stick to that loss. It's like
I feel like it's showing up for an NFL Sunday game every day.
Yeah.
Like day trading to me, it will wear you down like playing professional sports. I just can't, like, sometimes I'm just not there.
Yeah.
But I got to sit in front of the computer. And so I just think that swing trading for a lot of reasons is possible. We're not going to talk all about it. I know you've been working a lot on something behind the scenes.
AI related.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be super awesome. But what I like about it, okay, once again, you do it with a smaller account, and you could take 5, 10 trades a week because you're going to hold them overnight.
Yes.
You're not subject to that pattern day trading.
Yeah, that's again those of you that maybe you're new to trading. The pattern day trader rule. You'll hear us talk about that. The PDT. Okay, just really quick. We have a ton of videos. You can check it out more. But if you have less than $25,000 in your brokerage account, you only get 3 day trades, a rolling 5-day period, okay?
Because that's what Nancy Pelosi thinks that you ought to have. I'm just kidding.
As always.
Right, the government's trying to protect you.
There may be no, I'm a big Ronald Reagan fan, and there may be no better manifestation of the 9 most dangerous words in the dictionary than the PDT rule. And if you don't know the quote, the 9 most dangerous words in the dictionary are, I'm from the government, and I'm here to help.
And I'm here to help.
I think the PDT actually does the exact opposite of what it's intended to do, because now traders hold losers overnight because they're like, I don't want to use my day trade. Yeah. So it's actually making your risk management worse. Anyway, the point is you can only do in and out the same stock the same day 3 times in a rolling 5-day period. So a lot of people are like, well, I can't grow my account with a small account because I can't day trade every day. What's great about swing trading, pattern day trader friendly. You can be entering a position or even multiple positions. So what's great, think about swing trading. Let's just talk a hypothetical.
Okay.
I enter 5 swings today, okay? And one's a loser. Remember, losers hold losers, winners hold winners. So let's say one's a loser and your 4 others are winners.
Great.
Maybe you're up a penny a share, maybe you're up $1 a share. You ditch that loser, you use one day trade, but now you have 4 positions into the next day, and assuming all of those continue to trend, you can actually manage multiple positions, and if you're only selling your losers, you're not using up your day trades.
Yeah, I just this is the part that gets me. It's like, right, holding losers overnight, bad idea. That's not swing trading.
Yep.
That's swing losing.
That's bag holding, yeah.
But what you're saying is, if you identify a different class of stocks, it's not generally the same class of stocks that we'll look at for shorting or going long for day trading. There's this group of stocks, and they hit this sweet spot. And I've seen what you've been working on. And it's this sweet spot. It's a company that might have some promising technology. It might be losing money now, but on the cusp of making money.
They're in a hot sector.
It might have growing cash flow. It might have a low float, so it has the capability of going on a run. It might be a stock under $20, but more than $2 a share. Still accessible to people with small accounts. And if you take that swing trade and it's closing near the highs of the day. And
the odds of it gapping up are huge.
Yeah, I just love that.
And like so let's talk about like a recent one. RXRX is a great example, breaking out today. So they got money from Nvidia. Okay, Nvidia, if you know, $1 trillion market cap, it's up like $150 a share in like a month, okay? They invested money in RXRX for an AI related play. It's also at a 52-week breakout, also trading unusual volume. That stock, every day that it closes near the high, it gaps up the next day, every single day. So that's kind of short-term swing trading. But think about that. If you can isolate setups that close strong and gap up the next day, you can actually be basically day trading. But the fact is you're selling the morning gap up, and you're in and out of trades every day. But because of this dumb rule that's based on midnight, the same time Nancy turns into a demon, and when the wine hits, so at the same time that she turns into a demon, all of a sudden it resets. But the point is, you can sell that market morning gap up, and you're basically trading volatile stocks with big potential, but you're not limited by the PDT. And last point, back to your dentist friend, these stocks that we target, they move big, but not like madness, not absolute madness. Right. So it's not like you're sitting there, drilling someone's teeth, and your assistant's like, hey, you're down 80% on this day trade.
Right.
She might be like, hey, you're down 2%. Maybe you want to sell.
Right. Yeah, I just love it. I love it for those reasons. The Nvidia thing reminds me of a story. We'll have to cover this in another video sometime. I had a friend who sold puts. We can talk about it another time. Got stuck in Nvidia at $195 a share. Dropped to under $130 a share. Most of us don't even think about that, but that was actually kind of recent. And held on, and a ton of his friends begged him to get out, begged him to close that trade, and he said, I'm swinging this. I know I like this company. That guy is sitting on so much money right now.
Because it is like $480 a
from
share.
Just being a swing trader.
Yep.
And believing in what he was doing and understanding the difference between a company that you hold and a company that you dump.
So So anyway, that being said, everyone, hopefully you learned about the differences, and like the big thing that, last point, and we'll wrap this up, like what the big thing that people mistake and they don't like about swing trading is they don't know how to isolate those stocks that Rob talked about.
Yeah.
There's that sweet spot of like 2 to 20. These are, a lot of these best ones are like, they're $10, they're $12, but they have a catalyst. There's a certain criteria. There's 10 criteria that I have that I go over in a lot of these webinars. And if you're trading like Apple, as much as I love Apple, it's probably the greatest company in the history of mankind, you swing Apple and it's like I'm up 3% in 3 months. But if you can isolate stocks that might be partnering with Apple, and they're like $12, and maybe they're making some chip for the iPhone or something, you've got that level of safety. But back to that Venn diagram, you have the volatility that the Apples just don't have.
I know we're out of time. We're going to have a conversation about scanning for swing trades.
Yes.
We've talked about scanning for short, scanning for longs. This is I think it's the hardest thing to scan for are stocks that you're willing to hold overnight.
Yes.
And I know you've been working on this.
Yep.
So I'm softballing this. Maybe we'll come back another time and talk about it.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Rob.
Hey, man, thanks.
Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you next time.